Hi, it's Pamela. In this tutorial, we're going to create a Giving Tuesday promo using Doodly.
Hey, and welcome to the official Doodly YouTube channel. If you enjoy our content, please click the like and subscribe button below. Now let's get straight to the video.
Giving Tuesday is a day of giving that takes place every year on the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. It's a day when people come together to support the causes that they care about. And what better way to do that than with an engaging Doodly video? You don't have to be a part of a nonprofit in order to create a Giving Tuesday promo. In fact, your business can support a cause that's important to you and your customers. For example, if you own a pet store, you could promote a Giving Tuesday campaign to support your local animal shelter. So today we're going to pretend that we're creating a Giving Tuesday promo for the fictional charity Hats for Hope. So here's the script we're going to use today. It's short and sweet. It contains a little fact that's hopefully going to open people's eyes, and then we're going to tell them about our charity. And of course, we're going to end with a plea for them to please donate. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go to My Videos. We're going to create a new video. Let's give it a name. And since I'm going to be promoting this on Facebook, I'm going to go ahead, instead of having this rectangular whiteboard, I'm going to change it to Facebook and Instagram, which turns it into a nice little square. By default, it's a whiteboard. Do we want to do something different this time around? Maybe let's do a glass board. And the glass board effect is almost identical to the whiteboard, except for the position of the hand. The hand's on the other side as if he's drawing through glass. So we'll do that one today. Click Create. And here we have our nice little square. So the first line of our script is, did you know nearly 11 million children, or roughly 1 in 7, in the US live in poverty? So I want to show a bunch of kids, 7 of them, and then it'll just be kind of like, okay, one of those lives in poverty. So we could use some Doodly characters. If you just type in child or kid, you should get some. Or we could upload our own. It's up to you. Today I'm going to upload my own because I have some that I already prepared for you. So let's just go to props. Go to the blue plus sign at the bottom, and we're going to browse for our files. Now I found all these pictures of children on, I think it was Pixabay, and I removed their background already. Okay, so you can go to remove.bg and just remove the background and just get the kids themselves. All right, so I have my kids, and now we want some text. So let's pick a good font here. You go to the text tab, and then you want to find a font. And let's use permanent marker. Okay, I don't really like the way this font is. It's kind of hard for them to really read this 1 in 7, so I'm going to get a simpler font. I kind of want a bold one, so let's try Anton. And when you want to change the font, you don't have to retype it. You just pick a new one and drag it on top, and then say, yeah, I want to replace it, and that's really nice. So we're starting with the fact, did you know nearly 1 in 7 of children in the US live in poverty? So the next thing is, let's keep them warm this winter. I had some hats that I also want to upload. So these are the hats, and I thought it would be fun to just put some Doodly hats on top of these kids. And then of course, here's our logo, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and bring those in. Now I'm going to make an executive decision here and change it back to a rectangle. I just think it's too crowded. So bear with me. I'm going to show you how to do that, because you change your mind in the middle of a project all the time. So go to Settings, and right here under Resolution, here's our Facebook and Instagram. Well, let's just change it back to, we'll do 720p. And now it's going to be a rectangle again, okay? But my layout is still for the square, so now I just need to change my layout a bit. So I'm just going to kind of do this. Okay, I like my layout a little bit better this way. And now I'm going to just continue adding hats to my kids. I found these hats probably on Pixabay. It might have been Free Pick. This one I'm going to need to flip for this girl. I don't know if you can see it, but this little icon here is your flip tool. Okay, now that everything's kind of laid out the way we'd like it, let's do some timing. I know this part's the boring part, but it also affects your video, because if we just leave it at default, it's going to be a mess. It's going to be 55 seconds to say this one line, one sentence, and that's way too long. So we need to decide what we want to do. I would like each of my characters, so I'm going to select them all at once here, to come on for half a second max, because remember there's 7 of them, so that would be 3.5 seconds. Okay, so let's go ahead and right click on this selection here, choose setting, and then over here for duration type in 0.5 seconds. Okay, and yes, we want to apply it to all of the assets, and now you'll see it's already shorter here. Okay, but that's still going to be a long time. I still have all the hats drawing on. So let's go ahead and select the hats. And we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to select each one by, you just control click or command click depending on your operating system. And then you right click, settings, and you can use the arrow buttons if you prefer. And we'll say half a second. Just for now, and then that brings us, okay, so 10 seconds to get all that on, and that's a little bit better. Then this one, nearly 1 in 7 children, that needs to be a little bit longer because that's pretty lengthy, so let's say 3.5, maybe 4 seconds. When you have that many items at half a second, you really can't draw them with the hand. It doesn't make sense. So we want to be selective. What is the hand going to draw? I do want the hand to do the words. I don't necessarily need him doing it with all these kids. So let's go ahead and go one by one. Here's our first kid. Click the edit pencil button, the little pencil button. We're going to change it to fade. We're just going to have these kids fade on. Then we go to our next kid. Pencil, fade, save and return. So let's take a quick look. Don't like the little finger erasing before they come on. So go over here to settings, and erase mode is on smart mode by default. We're turning that off. So now that finger won't just appear before these come on. And now let's take a quick look. We only want the hand for this, and then live in poverty, and then here come their hats. That whiteboard, did you like the way the hand came beneath the photos? I'm not sure I like that. So I'm gonna do another executive decision and switch it. So I go to settings, and here we have our little preview and then our background style. I'm gonna turn it back to a whiteboard. And then now see how it changes, so it's in front. And I like the little sweater hand, I'm fine with that, so I'm just gonna keep that. And now if we look at it, when the hand comes in, it's in front. I like that a little bit better. So then the last thing we want to do is our call to action. So we've got to have a new scene. You just click the little plus sign. And I want my logo, Hats for Hope. And then we want their website address. And we'll use the same font, Anton Regular. And again, this is a fictional charity. Maybe it exists. I don't know. I'm just making this up as I go. So hopefully this website isn't taken. If it is, my apologies, and I'm probably wrong on what their mission is, and let's change the font, the font color, because you see how this is kind of more of a purplish. So go to settings, color, and let's try and replicate that purplish color. It's a little better. It's not quite the color that this is, but it'll be fine. It gets their attention. So that's good. And then let's throw a kid character from Doodly. I do like these Anne and Bradley. They're kind of cute. Let's see. Let's just type in, I think his name is Bradley. And then let's do Anne on the other side. Now the logo, we could have it fade on, but this time let's do drawing paths for it, okay? So go to your little pencil icon, and I'm going to show you, instead of it default scribbling and instead of changing it to fade, we want the hand to draw on hats for hope and then draw on our hat. And this could be a little bit complicated because there's going to be quite a few paths that we need to do. So bear with me. We go down here, we're in reveal mode, draw, which is the default. And we just click on path 1 because it's already there. And we're going to start doing as if we were actually drawing this with our own hands. Now you can't really see this little red line, it's very skinny. So if I go up to path size here, see how it gets fatter? Okay. So I'm going to make it about like so. And then I'm just going to go down here and draw this. I'm going to go a little fatter. I'm not going for perfection here. I just want to get this done quickly. Okay, so I have my hat. You see that it draws. First the letters come on. Here, let's watch. Here come the letters, and then comes the hat body, the interior, and then the pom-pom last, okay? So I think that will look nice. Now we just need to do our voiceover, and then we may have to adjust the timing to match. Click sounds. Go down here to your little microphone area in your timeline. That's going to be for your voiceover track. Click this little plus sign. When you're ready, begin speaking. Here we go. Did you know that nearly 11 million children, roughly 1 in 7, in the U.S. live in poverty? This winter, let's help keep them warm by donating Hats for Hope. Hats for Hope provides warm winter hats to children in need. Just $10 can provide a child with a hat, gloves, and a scarf. So this Giving Tuesday, please donate to Hats for Hope. Okay, honestly, I think the timing of that worked just fine, so I'm not even going to fiddle with the timing. The only thing I'm going to do is add some time at the end because it went a little touch longer, and then plus I like them to be able to see this website address. I just don't want it to just go away right away, right? So let's add some time at the end of this scene. So go to scene settings, and let's say 10 seconds. Let's make it 8. We're going to make it an exact 30-second spot. So see, it ends at 30 seconds. Now, we can add some sentimental music if we'd like while we're in the Sounds tab. So I have all these voiceovers from previous videos cluttering it, so I like to go over to Categories, Music, and then now I can just see the music. And we just drag that in. 2 things to mention. 1, it's way too long. We knew that because it says it's 2 minutes. So if you go to the end, your cursor turns into a double-headed arrow, and you just drag it over. So now we want it to end right here. And it's just gonna cut off, right? So we want it to fade out. So right-click and choose Fade Out. And by default, it's a 1-second fade. I like a slower fade, especially when it's just the very end and it's just a static screen. So I just drag that triangle over. So the other thing I wanted to mention is this music is going to come on way louder than my voiceover track for whatever reason. It's on full blast. It's on full blast. So we need to turn it down. So go over to this microphone, and I turn it down to like 10%, 9% will be fine. And that should be just fine. We will be done. Let's take one final look. Know that nearly 11 million children, roughly 1 in 7, in the U.S. live in poverty. This winter, let's help keep them warm by donating Hats for Hope. Hats for Hope provides warm winter hats to children in need. Just $10 can provide a child with a hat, gloves, and a scarf. So this Giving Tuesday, please donate to Hats for Hope. And there you have it. I hope this gives you some ideas for using Doodly this Giving Tuesday. Thanks for watching.